Okay, let's dive into a wild idea, something we're calling the Nylon Conspiracy. What if I told you that the clothes you buy, the ones hanging in your closet right now, are actually designed to fall apart?
I mean, you've probably asked yourself this, right? You buy a new shirt, a new pair of pants, and they just don't last. So is it just a run of bad luck, or is there something bigger going on here? And no, it is definitely not just in your head. We've all been there. That sinking feeling when a brand new pair of stockings gets a run before you've even made it out the door, or a t-shirt just disintegrates after a couple of washes. It's incredibly frustrating. But what if it isn't just bad luck? What if it's actually a strategy? Well, to figure out what's really going on with your clothes today, we've got to jump in a time machine and head way back to the 1940s, to the golden age of a material that was supposed to change everything.
So our story kicks off with a material that people called a miracle. This was a time when things were really built to last. I mean, durability wasn't just a nice little feature, it was the entire selling point.
When nylon stockings first hit the market, this was their big claim: strong as steel. And you know what? It wasn't just some marketing gimmick. The stories from back then are amazing. People said women were literally using these stockings to tow cars. They were, for all intents and purposes, indestructible.
But then, something really weird happened. In the 40s, that incredible strength was what everyone wanted. But after the war, companies had a new problem. The stockings were just too good. People weren't buying new ones because the old ones never wore out. So a decision was made. They actually, deliberately, changed the chemical formula to make the nylon weaker. It just sounds crazy, doesn't it? Why in the world would a company take its own amazing, revolutionary product and intentionally make it worse? Well, the answer to that question reveals a business strategy that is still incredibly powerful today.
And this gets us to the heart of it. That durability, that incredible quality, suddenly became a problem. From a business perspective, a product that lasts forever is a product you only get to sell one time. And that's not great for profits. And this strategy has a name: planned obsolescence. It is, by definition, the plan to deliberately design something with a limited lifespan just so it breaks or becomes useless after a while.
The logic here was honestly, brutally simple. If you make the nylon weaker, the stockings are going to rip and run way more often. And every single one of those rips, that's not a product failure, that's a future sale. It created this perfect, endless cycle of repeat customers.
Okay, so that was the 1940s. What does any of this have to do with today? Well, the idea that started with those stockings never went away. It just evolved. It got a lot more subtle, shifting from breaking the product itself to playing games with our minds.
And this lays out the evolution perfectly. It started as material obsolescence, literally making the physical thing weaker. Now we're dealing with psychological obsolescence, where the product might be totally fine, but we're tricked into thinking we need to replace it. So let's look at one of the most common, and maybe one of the most clever, ways this happens in fashion right now: the totally confusing world of vanity sizing.
Now, here's the secret sauce to this whole thing. In most places, there's no law, no regulation that says what a size 8 or a size 12 has to be. That means sizes aren't really a measurement anymore. They're a marketing tool.
So here's how it plays out. A brand takes the pants they called a size 8 last season, changes absolutely nothing about the fit, and just sews a size 6 label in them this year. You try them on, and hey, they fit perfectly. That smaller number on the tag gives you this little jolt of satisfaction, this positive feeling that makes you way more likely to buy them.
So let's just wrap this all up. The stuff we buy isn't always made to last. A lot of times, it's actually designed to be replaced. This whole game started with physical things breaking, like with those nylon stockings. But today, it's morphed into these clever psychological tactics like vanity sizing. The methods are different, sure, but the goal is exactly the same: to get you to buy more and more often. So the next time you're shopping and you notice a seam that looks a little flimsy or a size tag that seems just a little too good to be true, you'll know the question to ask. Is this just a bad product, or is it actually a very, very good design?